Well, I learned about Global Samaritan Resources when I was doing church work as a volunteer, and as we received lots of information from them about the work that they were doing, and I became intrigued by that. But when I went to work for Noah Project here in Abilene, I became more involved day to day in the workings that they do, because they help Noah Project on a regular basis. And so from that, I've begun to know more and more about the services and the opportunities that are available through the ministry at Global Samaritan. Global Samaritan is a great collaborative ally for us when we need things for a family who are victims of domestic violence or sexual assault, and we're trying to set them up in an apartment, or trying to get them the basic things that they need. Global Samaritan has always been there to help. They also are very good to call us when they have an overage of something that they think we might need, and they'll call and they'll say, can you use this or that? And if so, we'll have some waiting for you on the loading dock when you get here. They also help us when we have other things come in from other sources and they've dropped them off here, and they'll tell us, it's okay, just let it sit here and get them when you can, and use our warehouse space until you can get it transferred over to your facility. And so they've always been a great ally for us, and always seem to have us in the back of their mind. How can the things that they have, how can they share those with the other organizations in town? I think Global Samaritan embodies their name. I think it's an amazing thing to see an organization that has, in a little small town in West Texas, has an impact worldwide. And that's what happens with the Global Samaritan crew. They are involved in so many things, in so many places. If you look at the map back in the other room, with all of the lines going to the different countries, you know that they're having an effect in the name of Jesus all over the world. The scriptures talk about how someone just gives a cup of cold water in the name of Jesus, that they've done a really great thing. And it's so hard to tell somebody about Jesus if they're living in a box, or under a bridge, or they're hungry, or they haven't had any clean water, or their family's dying from diseases. To be able to go and minister to those needs, I think does just what the Samaritan did in the New Testament. We're taking somebody that we don't know and taking care of them, and then allowing them to progress and to flourish beyond that point. Global Samaritan is just like any other organization. They need volunteers, but they put large orders together to send all over the world, or maybe just to our backyards. And yet it takes a lot of people to do that. So volunteering is a big thing with any organization, but also the financial support is extremely important, so that they don't have to be distracted by the day-to-day cares of how do we get our people paid, how do we pay our bills, our electricity, and keep our property up. Instead, they're focusing on how can we go to the next ministry, who else can we help, and where else can we go. Well, any organization that, whether it's a church or a nonprofit organization that serves people, and particularly people in need, would need to know about Global Samaritan. They'd need to know what's available and how can they help. Other organizations or businesses or individuals who have things that they could pass on and repurpose for some other use, that someone else can get some good out of. What a great thing to know that those things that normally you would just get rid of or sell in the garage sale might go to someone who doesn't have a couch at all. They don't have a desk for their children to work on. They don't have the appropriate food or the clothing or the basic necessities that they need just to do those things that we so often take for granted. I've never been a guy that really thought much about getting a call, but living in the Wooten Hotel downtown, it was a high-rise, one of the few in town. I was living there on the 8th floor and working for another company, a national company, and I looked out on the city one night, and it was as if I could hear the call of the people saying, "Help us." And I called my wife and I said, "I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm being told." And she said, "I don't know, but I think you better think about that really hard and pray about it." and there was an opening at the organization where I work now at Noah Project, and I applied for the job and became their development director, help them raise money. And a few months later, they made me the executive director. And so now I work with people who are in danger, who are afraid, who come to us bruised and hurt and hungry, and they may have left everything that they own just to get away from the danger. And Global Samaritan's a part of that. It helps us put those people back in safety and then back in the homes where they need to be. Global Samaritan has the heart not only for the ministry that they do and the heart for the giving, but they have a heart for collaboration with so many of the organizations, not only in Abilene, but all over our country. And they help on a grand scale, and that's a big job. And it requires a lot of prayers, and it requires quality people, which they have, and it requires a divine intervention. And I truly believe that they have that as well.
Hi, I'm Pastor Chuck Reish. I'm the executive producer at Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light, and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ. Thanks again for praying for us.